Today I'm going to share a German fairy tale from German. German fairy tale that was published in 1812. Wow, so long time ago, guys. Have you ever heard about the fairy tale of the Frog Prince? Have you? Stay tuned and enjoy the story, guys. Once upon a time, there was a king and queen who had a very spoiled daughter. One day, the king and queen surprised his daughter with a very beautiful golden ball as her birthday gift. Happy birthday, my dear daughter! The king congratulated his daughter. Thank you, father. I'm so happy to have this very lovely gift from you, replied the princesses. One day, in the very quiet, misty morning, the princess brought the golden ball to one of the gardens in the palace. She was very happy, singing la 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 and dancing in the garden. But she accidentally dropped the golden ball. And it fell into the pond under a linden tree. Then the princess tried to reach the golden ball, but she couldn't get it out of the pond. So she sat on the edge of the pond crying. Why am I so careless? Suddenly, a frog appeared from the pond and said, Hi, beautiful princess. Hi. Why are you so sad? The princess was so surprised. Oh my dear God. How can a frog talk? And the frog said, You look sad. What can I do for you, my princess? My golden ball fell into the pond, and I cannot reach my arm to get it, replied the princess. Then the frog said, Oh, I can easily get the golden ball for you. Easy, but with one condition. Allow me to enter the palace. The princess said, Well, okay. Then the frog immediately jumped into the pond to get the golden ball and gave it to the princess. The princess was so happy to receive the golden ball back. Unfortunately, after she got her the precious golden ball, she left the frog behind and walked into the palace by herself. The frog tried to chase after her and shouted, Hi, princess! Why did you leave me? You promised to take me into your palace. The princess said, How can an ugly frog like you be allowed to enter the palace? The frog was so disappointed with the princess and stood where he was with a very sad look on his face. Later in the evening, when the king and the queen and the princess were having dinner, suddenly a palace guard came in from the king. In front of the palace, there was a frog asking permission to enter the palace with the invitation of the princess. The king was surprised and asked the princess to tell him what had happened before. After hearing the princess' story, the king said, If you have made a promise to the frog, then you must keep that promise. So the king instructed the guard to bring the frog in. When the frog arrived in the dining room, the frog right away jumped to the dining table and said, "Good evening, everyone. Hi. Greetings, hi, and thank you for the invitation." Then the queen asked the servant to prepare a plate for the frog. But the frog said, "No need, my queen, no need. I can just eat from the princess' plate." The princess seemed annoyed and disgusted that the frog was eating from her plate. However, the princess thought that perhaps after eating, the frog would leave the palace. After dining, the princess went to her room, but the frog followed her from behind until the frog immediately jumped onto the bed to sleep. The frog said, "I'm so sleepy. I want to sleep in your bed, if I may." The princess again felt so upset by the frog's behavior, but still allowed the frog to sleep next to her. At last, the princess was deeply asleep. Until the next day, the frog woke the princess and said, "My beautiful princess, wake up, wake up, wake up. It's already morning." "Good morning!" The princess woke up and felt something strange that morning. The frog said, "I have one more favor for you, and if you all agree, I will leave this palace soon." Okay, alright. "Tell me what you want," said the princess. "I want you to rub my head to my back using your silk gloves." The princess was so humiliated and so angry with the frog. "Damn you, frog. That is a foolish favor to ask." Suddenly the frog face became very sad. And he began to shed tears and cry. With pity, the princess finally took her silk gloves and began rubbing the frog's head to its back. Suddenly, the frog glowed so brightly that the princess couldn't see anything. Shortly after, the light slowly disappeared. The princess was so scared and confused about what just had happened. So the princess started to open her eyes, but she no longer found the frog in front of her. Instead, the frog magically transformed into very handsome young man. Who are you? Who are you? And where did the frog go?" asked the princess. The young man said, "Hello, my beautiful princess. I am a prince whom a witch cursed to become a frog. And the only way to break the spell is by rubbing me with the silk glove of a princess. So, because of you, I was finally free from the curse forever." So the princess was so shocked, and surprised to see that handsome prince standing in front of her. Then they both ran to see the king and told him everything. The king said, "My lovely daughter, from this incident you must have learned a very valuable lesson. Never judge people only by their appearance." The royal family was grateful for this incident, so the king decided to celebrate this joyful moment by hosting the prince for a few days in the palace. And as the days passed, the prince and the princess fell in love, and soon after, they finally got married and lived happily ever after. The end. So guys, the lesson learned from the story is to never judge people only by their appearance, or never judge a person by their cover. That's all for today, guys. And don't forget always to do good. Bye-bye. Bye.